The more you know, the smarter you are, the better opinions you'll have about what's going on in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Deters Bulldog Nation, last night I watched only a 55-minute documentary called How China Got Rich. I thought to myself, I read a lot, study a lot. You know what though? I just kind of ignored China. I need to know more about China. You need to know more about China. We all need to know more about China. Now, this is what I found out in this documentary. China was a pretty badass country up probably until like 1700. Everyone knows that there was the Silk Road to China, Marco Polo, all of that, Genghis Khan. They had a lot of internal fighting. And then China kind of went dark. They withdrew from the world, kind of was very insular. And they got the hell beat out of them during World War I. 14 million Chinese died during World War II. And then what happens? We get to the communist era. And Mao, of course, builds up China, communist country, millions die. Not only that, it's basically 30 years of hell. I mean, not good things happening in China. Well, his successor comes in, and he kind of starts opening up relationships with the rest of the world. He sends 30 people on a tour through Europe. They go for 30 days, I think, through Europe. He also takes a tour of the United States in the 1970s. 1979, Jimmy Carter announces there's going to be even a bigger normalization of the relationship with China. Now, when China realized after this little study that they did going on in the 70s, they realized they were nothing. They were poor. Communism didn't work. We got to do something different. So here's how they started it. They started it by saying, we need to focus on education. They also, near Hong Kong, created some enterprise zones. And what they did in these enterprise zones is they didn't follow communism, they followed capitalism. And they let free trade reign in these 5 zones. What happened? They flourished. Thousands of businesses were allowed to start up and begin. So what they did is they created this unique communism, one-party rule, by the way, to keep everybody in shape and in line. But at the same time, they knew that they had to do their own form of capitalism in order to compete with the world. Here are some more facts, and I want to make sure that I don't miss these. I wrote them down. I was blown away at how important education was. That was the beginning. They had to educate. And get this, 200,000 of them came to the United States to study. Think about that. Think of the giant sucking sap. Now here's what happened. Europe and the United States said, we like that market. China says, hey, you like our market? You give us what we need, we'll give you a little bit of what you need, some of our market. And what's happened is, from 1980 all the way up until now, China became who they are, basically not being the traditional communist China. Opening up their markets, but yet controlling their markets. Now, the middle class, I wrote this down, the middle class in China, 400 million people in the middle class, the China middle class. Bigger than our entire population. And they're tech savvy, they've been focused on education, the young people, so forth and so on. Here's something, how China, with their market, has made see, that's what happened. That's why George Bush, 41, Clinton, George Bush 43, Obama, that's where it all started. Just think. You think it's a coincidence that the rise in China is the same time we have presidents that freaking had terrible trade policies, that while at the same time they're going up, the United States is coming. Think about that. Trump is trying to reverse 40 years of bad policy. China's gotten stronger, and it blows my mind to think that China is our big creditor. My God. Can you imagine? Think about what business you're in, who you like and who you dislike. Can you imagine if the next door neighbor that you hate their guts is your biggest creditor? Can you imagine your biggest competitor in your business and industry is your biggest creditor? Just think about that. And by the way, it's gotten so bad, they reported this, that the market in China, because they have 1.5 billion people, is they said, right now, Hollywood will not greenlight a blockbuster movie unless it can sell in China. And China restricts what can sell. They control everything. So the movie script in Hollywood, and you know they bought a studio, the movie script in Hollywood and the movie has to have a theme that's okay with the Chinese. I was thinking about this and thinking, wow, forget what big blockbuster movie it was where China helped the United States out by helping us get to Mars or do something to Mars. And the Chinese kind of saved the day. And I'm thinking, oh my God, there you have it. There you have it. But it was very interesting. I learned some things I didn't know before. But I can tell you this. Remember, Biden, the guy running for president on their side. China's not big. China's not a problem. Not a China problem. The espionage, the stealing of intellectual property. They're trying to steal our vaccines right now. Here is why China is so dangerous. The government and their military controls freaking everything, and they create this fake capitalism to have this economic growth. But man, it's still ran by that government. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope you have a great day.